Good morning, grade 3 students. I'm Miss Alice. Today, Wednesday, April 15, 2020, we're going to continue Chapter 5, Ecosystems. Lesson 2, How Do Living Things Get Energy? Please open your science books at page 211 to correct our homework. Question number 1. Write whether the living thing in each picture is a producer, consumer, or decomposer. The first picture. Mushrooms break down a dead tree for energy. What it is? It is a decomposer. Very good. A decomposer is a living thing that breaks down waste and dead plant and animal matter. Second picture. A fern plant takes in sunlight to make food. What it is? It is a producer. Very good. A living thing is called a producer if it makes or produces its own food. The third picture. Puffins eat fish to get energy. What it is? It is a consumer. Excellent. A living thing that eats other organisms is called a consumer. Objectives for today. Define a food chain. Describe how energy flows through ecosystems in food chains.
Food chain. All living things need energy in order to live, and they get this energy from the food they eat. All food chains start with plants and end with animals. Plants are called producers because they produce their own food from sunlight, water, and the nutrition that they get from the soil. Animals are called consumers because they cannot prepare their own food and are directly or indirectly dependent on plants for their energy. Some animals eat plants and some eat animals for energy. Animals that eat only plants to get energy are called herbivores. For example, deers, cows, grasshoppers. Animals that eat only animals to get energy are called carnivores. For example, tigers, lions, snakes. Animals that eat both plants and animals to get energy are called omnivores. For example, monkeys and bears.
Please open your science books at pages 212 to 113. What is the heading here? Food chains. Very good. Let's read together the text in front of us. Most ecosystems get energy from sunlight. Plants and other producers transform the sun's energy into food energy. This food energy from producers can be passed along a food chain. A food chain is the transfer of energy from one living thing to another. In a food chain diagram, arrows show the flow of energy. The first link in the food chain on these pages is the sun. A producer, such as grass, is the next link. The producer uses the sun's energy to make food. Next, a consumer, such as a prairie dog, eats the producer. The producer passes energy to the consumer. That consumer may then be eaten by another consumer. such as an eagle. In this way, energy from a producer can be passed from one consumer to another. The consumers in a food chain can be classified by what they eat. Some consumers eat only plants. They are called herbivores. Some consumers eat only other animals. They are called carnivores. Other consumers eat both plants and animals. They are called omnivores. Keep in mind the video that you watched and the informations of the text in front of you and answer the following questions. Question 1. Define a food chain. Question number 2. What do arrows depict in a food chain? Question number 3. Tell what is the first link in this food chain. Why? Number 4. Write true or false. Part A. Decomposers get their energy directly from the sun. Part B. Cows are carnivores. Part C. Omnivores eat both plants and animals. Question number 1. Define a food chain. From the text, you're going to pick up the meaning of the word food chain. A food chain is the transfer of energy from one living thing to another. For example, the energy passes from the prairie dog to the golden eagle. Question number 2. What do arrows depict in a food chain? Depict means to describe. In a food chain diagram, arrows show the flow of energy. Question number 3. Tell what is the first link in this food chain. Why? The sun is the first link because energy from the sun is transferred to the grass, a producer. Question number 4. Write true or false. Part A. Decomposers get their energy directly from the sun. True or false? False. Very good. Why? Decomposers break down dead animals and plants and use their stored up energy. Part B. Cows are carnivores. False. Cows are herbivores. Part C. Omnivores eat both plants and animals. True. Look at the diagram in front of you. The first link is the sun. The sun gives energy to the grass. The grass is the second link. It is a producer. It passes the energy to the prairie dog. The prairie dog is the third link. It is a consumer. It passes the energy to the golden eagle. Golden eagle is the last link. It is the second consumer. When the eagle dies, its body decomposes and gets mixed in the soil. So the plant uses this soil to live and grow. This is a food chain. To sum up, there are three main types of living things in an ecosystem: producers, consumers, decomposers. Producers make their own food. Like plants, they take their energy from the sun. Consumers get their energy from food they eat, like people and animals. Decomposers break down plants and animals, like bacteria, mushrooms. There are three types of consumers: herbivore, carnivore, omnivore. Herbivore only eat plants. Carnivore only eats meat. Omnivore eats plants and meat.
See how. The grasshopper depends on the grass for its food. The frog depends upon the grasshopper for its food, who in turn becomes food for the snake. The snake finally gets eaten by the eagle. But how does this help the grass? When the eagle dies, its body decomposes and gets mixed in the soil. The dead bodies of all plants and animals mix in the soil. This helps the soil to become fertile. So the grass and all the other plants grow well. This is called a food chain.
Homework for tomorrow. Answer questions in front of you at pages 212 to 113. Question number 2. Complete the captions in the diagram to explain how energy is transferred in this food chain. Question number 3. Draw an X on the consumer that is an herbivore. Circle the consumer that is a carnivore. Question number 4. Decomposers are not shown in the diagram. Tell what role you think they play in this food chain. Have a nice day and enjoy the song.
Who eats what eats who? Who eats me and what eats you? That's some news. It's not a game. We're all just links in the food chain.
We're all just links in the food chain.
Where do we get our energy? By eating food we catch and see. Plants and meat, they both contain energy for the food chain.
Energy for the food chain. Mama said you better watch out. Watch out. Big Bear's hungry and he's prancing all about. Mama said you better watch out. Watch out. Big Bear's hungry and he's prancing all about.
But I went outside anyway, and I met the bear that very day. Yes, I went outside anyway, and the bear wasn't really hungry that day.
Cause the bear ate the fox and the fox ate the rabbit and the rabbit ate a plant or made his own food. Cause the bear ate the fox and the fox ate the rabbit and the rabbit ate a plant or made his own food. Producers make their own food.
Who eats what? What eats who? Who eats me and what eats you? I got some news. It's not a game. We're all just links in the food chain.
We're all just links in the food chain.
Producers like things we sow, those use sun and water to grow. What they do, we can conclude. Use photosynthesis to make their food.
Use photosynthesis to make their food. Mama said you better watch out. Watch out. Shark is hungry and she's swimming all about. Mama said you better watch out. Watch out. Shark is hungry and she's swimming all about.
But I hit the water anyway, and I met the shark that very day. Yes, I hit the water anyway, but the shark wasn't really hungry that day.
Cause the shark ate the big fish who'd eaten, the small fish who'd eaten, the plankton that made its own food. Cause the shark ate the big fish who'd eaten, the small fish who'd eaten, the plankton that made its own food. Phytoplankton makes its own food.
Who eats what? What eats who? Who eats me and what eats you? I got some news. It's not a game. We're all just links in the food chain.
We're all just links in the food chain.
Consumers hunt and some they graze. Some are predators, some are prey. What they do, they eat, you see. Need food for their energy.
They need food for their energy. Mama Mama said you better watch out. Watch out. Lion's hungry and he's sniffing all about. Mama said you better watch out. Watch out. Lion's hungry and he's sniffing all about.
But I ran in the grasslands anyway, and I met the lion that very day. Yes, I ran in the grasslands anyway, and the lion wasn't really hungry that day.
Cause the lion ate a cheetah that had eaten a gazelle that had grazed upon some grass that had made its own food. Cause the lion ate a cheetah that had eaten a gazelle that had grazed upon some grass that had made its own food. Producers make their own food.
Who eats what eats who? Who eats meat and what eats who? I got some news, it's not a game. We're all just links in the food chain.
We're all just links in the food chain.